All right, welcome to another episode of the behind the scenes footage of what it takes to create a 60-second uncut beer review. Tonight, for you guys, sneak peek, we're doing Voodoo Ranger's Imperial IPA from the New Belgian Brewing Company in Colorado. Doing the textbook Mosher pour. The point of this pour is to release the carbonation that's locked up in the beer, which helps the chug be incredibly effective and doesn't burn as much going down because you're not swallowing all this carbonation. Like, look at all that carbonation that I just released from half the can. Now, the fact of the matter is, when you do this, patience. It's gonna take time for that head to settle down. You can't rush it. So many of you probably want to skip forward to other parts of this review. While I take care of some other things here, I'm going to let that go. And I'll just do my best to ad-lib a bit on what is happening here. I just got to set up the camera a little bit better here. Get that in a good spot. But this is the cool part. When you pour it like this, when that carbonation comes forth like that head, the result, you get an amazing aroma coming off the glass. Like, I can pick it up over here. So I haven't had the Imperial IPA. I've done Juicy Haze IPA from Voodoo Ranger. I've done, maybe it's the Y2K. I'm not exactly sure. I've done a couple different Voodoo Rangers. Of course, I'll plug my product line, the mikevsbeer coaster there. I got my t-shirt on. I got my Spartan hat on. 7-0 Spartans. Love that. This is just really, really cool. And it gives me time to study this beer before I ever even get into drinking it. You know, this is a 60-second uncut beer review, and then I regurgitate a whole bunch of stuff really fast. Well, it's because I've been thinking about and studying this beer for, good 5 minutes before I ever get to recording the 1-minute review. So, but it's really cool. If you guys listen to audiobooks at all, I'm listening to a great book right now called Tasting Beer by Randy Mosher. I actually ordered the book as well from Amazon. If anyone's big into reading, I'm reading it and listening to it. It's just I can listen to it on my way home from work when I actually have to wind up in the office. And it's just fascinating stuff. That's where I learned about the Mosher pour. And really, credit to the homebrew king, Larry, who taught me about this. And man, I just love this. This is great. So let's talk about IPAs. This is an Imperial IPA, as the can states. Difference between an American and an Imperial IPA, easy for you to say. The Imperial IPAs tend to be hoppier than American IPAs. It also tends to be a little bit darker, although I can't really catch that. I've got some haze happening on my glass, on my Viking horn. And that haze is purely a result of the cold beer dropping right into that. So the Imperial, I don't know if they all tend to be higher, but this is 9% alcohol. Typically, you get a beer like that, you're going to have a pretty solid alcohol bite. I'll liken it, I use the example of Four Loko, which is horrendous. But it tastes like rubbing alcohol because it's 14% alcohol. Well, this is pretty close. I'm just interested to figure out, is that alcohol bite as pungent here on this Imperial IPA? As far as the aroma, it's really piney, like pine resin, as you'd expect. But what I'm getting is just a tiny bit of citrus, more of the pine. Certainly not like a New England style IPA, which tends to be the juicy variety. Lots of, let's say, fruit overtones like mangoes and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think I got a decent pour here. I guess I will wait just about another minute. Sorry for all the dead space, guys. I mean, I'm just doing the background stuff here, but it looks like tonight's going to be another winner as far as quality beers for me in Germany. So I'll share this with you guys. Son of German immigrants right here. So every 4 years I would spend the summer in Germany with my family. My dad's from Western Germany. My mom's from Southern Germany. And when I went there after my senior year in high school, I was having beers with my uncle. And my Uncle Kurt told me, he says, Michael, a quality beer, of course this is all in German, but a quality beer will hold its head for 7 minutes. 7, that's how Germans do it. 7 minutes. And if they don't, they're considered inferior. Well, look at this one. This one would meet that German standard hands down. Nothing's rushed over there. They really enjoy life, and I enjoy life. I'm going to dive into this one, and the key here is that I got to prep myself because I'm going to get a nose full of foam again, as you guys saw probably yesterday, but there's just no way I'm going to be able to pour all of this in here. That is awesome, isn't it? Talk about when someone sees us. Let's say the person on the TikTok channel that just tunes in and they see this beer here as the very first thing. Tell me it is not going to grab their attention. And if it doesn't grab her attention, she's probably going to grab her husband and say, you need to see this beer. This looks amazing. So let me get some preemptive measures to battle the foam that I'm going to have all over my nose when I'm done. You know, you gotta be willing to embarrass yourself and have some fun in the process. So, you know, last night I kind of started right with the beer. I started right with the drinking. I think that's what I'm going to do tonight as well. As a matter of fact, let's mix it up a bit. Let's bring this on this side. Let's bring this over here so I can do that. The Voodoo Ranger is forward and proud. So I'm just going to figure out when I do what I'm going to say here. It's another night. It's another beer review. This one, Voodoo Ranger, Imperial IPA, 9% ABV. That's a strong one, folks. And with the Imperial style, it's going to be hoppier with more of that, let's say, hoppy bite in the flavor, but it's got this beautiful color, this everlasting, dense head on top. Cheers, salute. Prrrrrrost. That is amazing. Holy cow, guys. Like, this beer, this one's dangerous. You better have the governor on or with you because 9% alcohol, and there's like 0 alcohol bite. That, yes, the hop presence is there, but it's tasty, it's smooth, it's not anything that's overpowering. Voodoo Ranger, guys, knocked it out of the park with this one. Excellent stuff. I mean, really. And with that, I think that's going to wind up the 1 minute there. I'm going to have another slug on this. I tell you what, that pour makes all the difference in the world because there's not that big carbonation bite. I've released it all. Now I get to enjoy the flavor of the beer. And this was a real winner, guys. We'll talk to you guys again tomorrow night. Cheers, salute. Prrrrrost.